In the farthest reaches of the Pacific, where the sun dips into the ocean and paints the sky with hues of crimson and gold, lies a place shrouded in mystery and awe. Easter Island, a tiny speck of land over 2,000 miles from the nearest continent, is home to some of the most enigmatic creations humanity has ever conceived, the Moai statues. These gargantuan monoliths, averaging 13 feet tall and weighing several tons, stand sentinel-like on the island's lush green slopes. Their blank faces, seemingly devoid of emotion or expression, have captivated the imagination of countless travelers, explorers, and scholars over the centuries. But despite their mesmerizing presence, the Moai remain an enigma, shrouded in myth and misconception. One shocking fact that has sparked debate among historians is the sheer number of Moai created. A staggering 887 statues are currently standing on Easter Island, with many more scattered throughout the island's landscape. However, this astonishing figure raises even more questions. Who were these Rapa Nui people, known to us as Easter Islanders, and what drove them to create such an enormous number of massive stone figures? The answers remain tantalizingly out of reach. The story begins in the 16th century when Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen stumbled upon Easter Island while searching for a mythical El Dorado. Over the next few decades, European traders, whalers, and missionaries arrived on the island, only to be met with suspicion and hostility by its inhabitants. The Rapa Nui people had lived on Easter Island for centuries before this influx of outsiders, developing a unique culture shaped by their isolation and their connections to the Pacific. At the heart of this story are two men who left an indelible mark on our understanding of Easter Island's history: Dutch explorer James Hurdick and British naturalist Jules Dumont d'Urville. In 1835, Hurdick was the first European to chart the island's coastline and document its inhabitants, while d'Urville led a series of expeditions to the Pacific between 1827 and 1842, during which he became fascinated by the Moai statues. d'Urville's accounts provide some of our earliest written records of these colossal creations. He described them as giant heads, some with eyes that seemed to follow him around the island, while others stood alone, guarding the entrance to ancient temples and ceremonial sites. As d'Urville delved deeper into the mystery of Easter Island, he became increasingly convinced that the Moai held secrets about the people who created them, secrets that would remain hidden for centuries to come. Dumont d'Urville's journeys took him across the Pacific, from Tahiti to Chile, in search of answers. He was determined to unravel the enigma of Easter Island and its inhabitants. But as he stood before the towering Moai, he could not shake off the feeling that these statues were more than just simple creations. They seemed to hold a deep spiritual significance that remained beyond his comprehension. As we delve deeper into the mystery of the Moai, we begin to uncover hints of a rich cultural heritage, woven from threads of mythology and science. But for now, the statues stand sentinel-like, their faces forever blank, leaving us with more questions than answers about this enigmatic island and its people. What drove these Rapa Nui artisans to create such an astonishing number of massive stone figures? And what secrets lie hidden in the hearts of these seemingly lifeless monoliths? The story is far from over. As we delve deeper into the enigmatic world of Easter Island's Moai statues, a sense of unease began to settle over our team. The sheer number of these colossal figures, crafted with precision and care, seemed to whisper secrets of a long-lost civilization. The latest findings from our research expedition had shed some light on the motivations behind their creation, but more questions arose than answers. The discovery of the Ahu Tongariki, one of the largest Moai quarries, revealed a staggering 15 statues standing sentinel over the island's ancient landscape. Each figure stood between 13 and 30 feet tall, with weights ranging from 86 to 287 tons. The sheer scale of these creations demanded an unprecedented level of organization and labor force. It was as if the Rapa Nui people had been driven by a singular purpose, one that fueled their creative expression into the very fabric of their existence. As we continued our investigation, our team unearthed evidence suggesting that the Moai were more than mere monuments. They serve as an integral part of Rapa Nui funerary practices. The statues were often arranged to face inland, away from the sea, and sometimes displayed intricate carvings depicting ancestral figures. This led us to question the true nature of these statues. Were they meant to honor the deceased or serve a more profound purpose? The lines between reverence and ritual began to blur, leaving our team with more questions than answers. The implications of this discovery grew increasingly complex as we delved into the lives of the Rapa Nui people. It became clear that their society was built upon an intricate web of social hierarchy, economy, and spirituality. At the heart of this system lay the concept of Manu, or the ancestors, who were believed to possess supernatural powers. The Moai statues were seen as tangible representations of these Manu, imbued with sacred energy that connected them to the spiritual realm. Our research revealed that the Rapa Nui people had developed a sophisticated understanding of astronomy and geography, allowing them to construct elaborate networks of roads and pathways across the island. This was further reinforced by the presence of ancient navigational systems, which hinted at their expertise in traversing vast expanses of ocean. But what lay behind this apparent genius? Were they driven by an insatiable desire for knowledge or a deeper connection to the land itself? As our team began to unravel the mysteries surrounding Easter Island's Moai statues, we stumbled upon a chilling truth. A series of catastrophic events which had ravaged Rapa Nui in the centuries following its initial discovery, left the island on the brink of collapse. The once thriving society teetered on the edge of extinction, leaving behind only these colossal testaments to their ingenuity and creativity. And then, just as we thought we were grasping the truth, a shocking revelation shook our team to its core. Deep within the quarries, hidden beneath layers of sand and debris, lay a cryptic inscription etched into the surface. The message, hitherto unknown to us, read, "The statues are not what they seem. They hold the key to our downfall." The year was 1722, and Dutch explorer Jacob Roggeveen had just stumbled upon a remote island in the Pacific, its lush green forests and towering volcanic peaks shrouded in mist. What he found on that fateful day would shake the very foundations of Western understanding, casting a long shadow over the centuries to come. As news of this enigmatic land spread, so did the whispers of its mysterious inhabitants, the Rapa Nui people, who called this island home. Roggeveen's arrival marked the beginning of the end for Easter Island as a thriving community. Over the next 2 decades, European diseases like smallpox and influenza decimated the native population, leaving behind a trail of abandoned settlements and once great cities reduced to ruin. The Rapa Nui people, who had built their society on a deep spiritual connection with the land and its creatures, were powerless against these modern scourges. But it was not just the European presence that would change Easter Island forever. It was what lay beneath the surface of this ancient culture. In 2010, a team of researchers led by Dr. Clive Roper made a groundbreaking discovery in the remote forests of the island's southern coast. Deep within a cave system, hidden away for centuries, they found evidence of a catastrophic event that would forever alter our understanding of Easter Island. The excavation revealed a layer of sedimentary rock bearing the marks of volcanic ash and pumice, telltale signs of a massive eruption that had ravaged the island in the late 16th century. But it was what lay beneath this debris that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The remains of human skeletons, found alongside ancient tools and artifacts, told a story of mass graves and ritualistic sacrifice on an unimaginable scale. The implications were staggering. Easter Island's famous Moai statues, those towering monoliths that have captivated our imagination for centuries, may not be the works of a single civilization, as long-held theories had suggested. Instead, they might represent the culmination of multiple cultures, each contributing to this monumental art form in ways both subtle and profound. The theory gained traction among scholars as more evidence emerged. The uniformity of style across statues, the presence of foreign ceramics in Rapa Nui settlements, and the striking resemblance between Moai depictions and those found in distant islands. But with this newfound understanding came a host of questions. Who built these colossal statues? Why were they placed in such precise alignments? And what secrets did their faces conceal? One name that has long been associated with the Rapa Nui people is that of Hotu Matua, their mythical founder. However, recent research has led some to believe that this figure may not have existed as a single individual at all, but rather as a symbolic entity representing the very spirit of the island itself. As our understanding of Easter Island's past deepens, so too do the enigmas surrounding its people and their creations. The Moai statues stand today like sentinels of a bygone era, guarding secrets that only the wind whispers to those who listen closely. And yet, despite our best efforts, we may never fully unravel the mysteries that shroud this island in an aura of otherworldliness. Yet, it is precisely this air of mystery that makes Easter Island and its enigmatic Moai statues one of history's most captivating puzzles, a riddle waiting to be solved by brave and curious hearts. The mystery of Easter Island's Moai statues is a story that has captivated historians and mystery seekers for decades, its secrets as enigmatic as the colossal statues themselves. As we've delved into the world of these giant, imposing figures, we've uncovered a complex web of theories and legends that have been woven over time. But now, after months of investigation, our journey comes to an end, and it's time to confront the truth behind Easter Island's most iconic creations. The final piece of this puzzle falls into place when we consider the sheer scale of the Moai. These statues are not just simple monuments. They're testaments to a people who were capable of undertaking projects that would make modern-day engineers blush. The largest, Paro Moai, stands an astonishing 13 meters tall and weighs over 82 tons. To construct such a massive work of art required an unfathomable amount of resources, which raises the question, who was behind this monumental effort? The answer lies in the remote and isolated history of Easter Island itself. For centuries, Easter Island was believed to be uninhabited, with its isolation only recently confirmed through archaeological excavations. But as we've discovered, the island's early inhabitants were far from it. Archaeologists have found evidence of human habitation dating back around 800 years, with a thriving society that was deeply connected to the Pacific. And at the heart of this society were the Moai, massive statues that not only held spiritual significance, but also played a crucial role in the island's cultural identity. But what do these colossal figures really mean? Were they created as tribute to the gods, or perhaps as symbols of power and control? The theories abound, but one thing is certain. The Moai represent a fundamental aspect of Easter Island's history. They embody the ingenuity, creativity, and determination of a people who were driven by their environment and culture. As we stand before these towering figures, we're reminded that even in the most isolated corners of our world, human civilization can reach out to touch us. The Moai are more than just ancient artifacts. They're testaments to the power of human imagination and creativity. And as we ponder their secrets, we're forced to confront a fundamental question. What do these statues truly represent? The answer lies not in the physical form of the Moai, but in the world that created them. Easter Island's history is a reminder that even in the most inhospitable environments, human beings can create something truly remarkable. As we reflect on our journey through the mystery of Easter Island's Moai statues, we're left with an enduring sense of awe and wonder at the sheer complexity and creativity of this ancient world. As we close this chapter of our story, I leave you with a question that echoes the same questions that have haunted us throughout our investigation. What secrets lie hidden in the shadows of Easter Island's mysterious past? And as you ponder this, remember that sometimes it's not just the answers that hold power, but also the mystery itself.